Welcome to episode 4, season 1 of the YTCN, the YouTube Cruise News Show, where we talk about what everybody else is talking about in the online cruise community. Coming up in this week's edition, we have kidless cruise ships, a major port closure announcement, guacamole, and a small channel shout-out. Cruising is still a no-go for most people in North America. However, there are still some sunny destinations available, like Mexico. And Sharon and Jamie did not waste time getting the vacation vibes rolling when they arrived at the Royal Hacienda Resort in Playa del Carmen. In their video entitled Breakfast, Beach, and Boozin', you will see exactly that. Breakfast, then the beach, and then some boozing. So there is no clickbait happening over at Sharon At Sea's channel. They take a stroll around the very large looking resort, head down to the beach for some adult beverages while their son stays back in the room to take care of his schoolwork. Good job. And Sharon even takes a break from the festivities because in the middle of the day, Carnival announced more cruise cancellations and she had some plans to rearrange. And if all that doesn't make you hungry to watch the video, have I mentioned a POV guacamole cam? Me? Jealous. The video was uploaded January 31st and it was only the first day of their visit, so head on over there to see what else they've been up to. Will you be doing any land-based vacations before cruising starts again? Or are you more like,
nah, I'm just gonna save my money?
Let me know in the comments below.
To vax or not to vax? That
may be the question when cruising resumes. As Cruise Radio, Lalita Loca, Ben and David, Don, Cruise Critic, Traveling Flamingo, Ship Life, Tips for Travelers, and basically everyone has reported within the last week, there are now 3 cruise lines that have announced a vaccination requirement. It started with Saga Cruise Lines, and now the American Steamboat Company and Victory Cruises have joined the club. Raise your hand if you had never heard of any of these cruise lines before. Either way, it's an interesting trend and poses an interesting question. What about the people who can't get vaccinated? So are they never going to be welcome on this cruise line again? What about kids who are not planned to be on the vaccination list for quite a while? Are all these cruise lines going to be kidless cruises then? Not so bad. It's definitely an interesting development and something I will be personally watching closely. By the way, at the moment here in Europe, Mein Schiff, MSC, and Costa are offering cruises. And while all of them require negative COVID tests, daily temperature checks, and certain pre-cruise travel restrictions, there has not yet been any mention about a vaccine requirement here in Europe for cruising. In a recent edition of YTCN, I introduced you to Chris Wong Vlogs. Chris is one of the many cruise ship crew members who are now on land, sort of in limbo, just like everybody else, waiting for things to start up again. And good news, Royal Caribbean just got in touch with Chris and has given him a new ship assignment and date that he's supposed to report for duty. That is fantastic news, not only for Chris, but also think of this. Chris is a casino host, and they're not going to be activating casino crew members unless they're expecting passengers to be on board. You know what I mean? Now, Chris didn't want to tell us exactly what ship he got and what date it was, but he seemed really excited in his video and also kind of nervous because there are some, complicated things that he's going to have to take care of before he can report to duty. So if you want to see what that's all about, head on over to Chris Wong Vlogs. Breaking news! I had already finished writing out this script and gone to bed last night, and I was scrolling on my phone while in bed, and I know you really shouldn't take your phone to bed with you. But anyways, I was scrolling through Facebook and I ran into this post from Emma Cruises where she informed us that all cruises to Alaska have basically been canceled now for 2021. And the weird thing is, it's not Alaska, it's actually Canada. Due to something called the Jones Act, which I had also never heard of, all cruises visiting Canada also have to visit a foreign country. And, just to remind everybody, Alaska is the United States. So now that Canada has closed all cruise ports for 2021, the likelihood that any ship is going to make it up to Alaska is very slim, unless, what do you think? Are there going to be some crazy itineraries that leave San Diego, go down to Mexico, and then go all the way up to Alaska? I'm going to say no. If you think there's another solution, write it in the comments. It is once again time for a small channel shout out. This week I decided to focus on a travel and cruise vlogger that we all know who has done what many have done in the last year and created a second channel. It's me. Over on my Guten Morgan channel, I mix cocktails, I gossip about my previous life in showbiz, I try out crazy products that I see on the internet. By the way, I just ordered a stick-on hairpiece, so you can look forward to that coming soon. I do sketch comedy, and in my most recent video, I talk about my 3-month experience now as a Amazon affiliate and how easy it is to make a ton of money by setting up an Amazon store and just having it run in the background. Spoiler alert, easy? Yeah. Ton of money? No, not really. So do me a favor and head on over to youtube.com/GutenMorgan, watch some videos, help me reach the next goal with that channel, and you'd be doing me a huge favor. And that wraps up this edition of YTCN. Check back on Sunday for the next episode of Sunday Sofa Time, where we're gonna be looking at yet another cabin on the MSC Grandiosa. If you've been watching all the daily vlogs, you know I got the chance to tour and video this mini cabin and also a cabin in the yacht club, a balcony cabin, and on Sunday I'm gonna show you an inside cabin. And I haven't seen a lot of inside cabins, so it's gonna be interesting to just sort of sit down and go through this and talk about it with you. So I hope you can make it. See you soon.